Welcome back, all our viewers. 156 for 6 is what Chennai have managed. Paras, coming to the point straight away, with the start that they got off to, did you ever think that they would end up where they did in the end, Paras?
I did not honestly expect them to score 156. I thought around 110, 125 is somewhere where they'll
Seriously,
fall in the middle. But the end that we have seen was quite ballistic.
brilliant.
And Dwayne Bravo coming to the party, Rituraj anchoring all the way. Excellent day for cricket.
Paras, before the show, we specifically spoke about this one shot that Ruturaj Gaikwad played off Bumrah. What confidence this young man has, and brilliant timing as well. He watched the ball, head was still, all the technical aspects of cricket were right there. And Bumrah being bamboozled with that shot, he had no answer to it. And you've not seen a shot played against Bumrah that way, have you, Paras?
You've covered all points, Yash. This is completely bamboozled me as well. I did not expect this to happen. Probably a
Right,
lap shot or, trying to, take room and guiding it towards short third man is what you can
correct,
expect. But a shot such as this reminds you of a younger version of a Rohit Sharma.
yeah,
Sweeping a fast bowler for a six is not an easy task. It's not a shot that you even practice in the nets,
yeah.
but bringing it out in the middle and hitting it with such perfection is really good to watch.
Absolutely. And Paras, cricket being played after so long on this pitch, it was a fresh pitch. We could see that there was a bit of juice there for the fast bowler, some bounce, some swing there. And the way, the New Zealand duo bowled in the
Yeah.
beginning, Trent Bolt and Adam Milne, it was brilliant. And they didn't give any room to the Chennai batsmen. So, what do you have to say about their performance?
The opening from Mumbai was fantastic. 2 for 2 Chennai, and then Raidu comes out to bat, gets injured on the first ball. It was a two-paced wicket at the beginning, and Adam Milne crosses 145, 146, and Tread Bolt is very dead accurate with 135 and 140. So
Right.
choosing your shot at that particular moment is quite essential. Moeen Ali did not wait or hesitate. Was hesitant enough to hit the ball on the up, got caught, and Faf du Plessis is getting a ball that bounces a little extra, and as everyone knows, he's got a very different grip, and
Yep.
he basically controls his bat with his bottom hand and uses his wrist too much, and the ball edged and got out at point. So
Absolutely.
the start was horrible, and then I thought Dhoni will play a surgical sort of an innings, but even he tried to up the ante, and he got out to the lone fielder at deep square leg.
Yep.
Yeah, and that even the catch that Southee took was fantastic. So an
Trent
excellent
Bolt.
start for Mumbai,
Yeah.
but always like we've always discussed this in the past, the middle overs is when they're not been able to pick up wickets, and that's what's resulted in a bang right at the end.
Absolutely right, Paras, about it. And also speaking of Suresh Raina for a minute here, he's known as Mr. IPL. When you talk about IPL, Suresh Raina is up there among the greats. So the way he got out, I think Paras, how important was it to set him up? Because the commentators as well mentioned that the couple of balls before the wicket
The
was the
front ball.
ball that got to his dismissal. So do you think the setting up is much more important, and it's something that we've been seeing in T20 cricket as well, not just in Test cricket, how to set up a batsman. This is a masterclass by Trent Bolt, how to set up a batsman in T20 cricket.
See, yeah, when we talk about batting and Raina, hitting on the up is where all his shots are.
Yeah,
Of very few shots is which are hit on right from the carpet to the towards the boundary.
right,
The point that I would want to bring up here is the first ball that Raina came out was a bouncer.
right,
One bouncer is allowed in a particular over in this format, and he should have been ready right from the second ball onwards as Bolt was to pitch the ball up. And as
right.
everyone knows, the ball that Bolt bowls, which is pitched on the good length, spot swings outwards for a left-hander. So that if the older version of Raina or a Raina who was thinking correctly would have just threw his bat at it, and it would definitely clear the 30-yard circle, which he did on the third ball that he faced. Tried to hit
Yeah,
over covers, but the ball went edged on to third man for a four.
right,
He
right.
tried to pretty much amp that again, but you can also say that the bat broke, and but it was a nothing shot. His feet didn't move at
Not
all.
bad.
So being
Right.
cramped and a masterclass from Saudi there. Both, sorry.
But Bolt, yeah. And
Yeah.
the important question is, do you think 156 for 6 that they've scored, is it enough against this batting lineup? And if you look at the scorecard as well, you can see half the runs are scored by Ruturaj Gaikwad, more than half of it. And Ravindra Jadeja and Wayne Bravo contributing, chipping in with those 20-25 odds. What are your thoughts on the score? Enough against this Mumbai Indians lineup?
We never know how Mumbai is going to come out today. You rightly pointed out they bat very, very deep. And, under the captaincy of Pollard, I can foresee a lot more aggression up the order. Someone has to do a Rituraj Gaikwad and, play a supporting role from the other end.
Right,
If both the ends try, to up the ante, the wickets are going to fall from both ends, which is going to lead to disaster for Mumbai. But
right,
knowing Mumbai batting deep and the combinations that they have and the eagerness that the young players have, to perform at this level and make it their own,
correct.
is fantastic. And it's going to be a tricky match, but I will still go further ahead with Chennai.
Brilliant. Bang on staying to your, backing your instincts here, your Paras. So now speaking of Mumbai Indians and their approach, do you think
Hmm.
that an Ishan Kishan, like we spoke in the pre-match show, we didn't talk a lot about it, but do you think Ishan Kishan is the ideal choice to open the innings with Quinton de Kock? Because I cannot see a Surya Kumar Yadav or Krunal Pandya, like we mentioned sarcastically, to open the innings. What's your thought on that, Paras?
He's opened in the past for Mumbai Indians.
Yeah,
Even for his domestic team, he opens when it comes
yeah,
to the T20 format, and he's selected for the World Cup as well. So he is mentally very secure at this moment, and if he is sent out to bat, he'd go to hit for a six right from the first ball. That's the
yeah,
way he plays, hit out or
yeah,
get out, right? If he's sent up, it's going to be easy peasy for Mumbai Indians if he sticks along till the eighth over.
right,
And given Josh Hazelwood is not that penetrative against left-handers to begin with, if two openers who come out to bat, when both of them are left-handers, brings the equation down for Chennai Super Kings, and it's a thumbs up for Mumbai.
absolutely. And just to remind you, Ishan Kishan is one of those batsmen who has got off to the mark in international cricket with a six on
Yeah.
his third or the fourth ball that he played against England. He had it a six off the fast bowler. So he is someone, like you said, is very secure mentally. He's not fearing anyone. But speaking of the Chennai bowling, they've got some good experience. Shardul Thakur, Deepak Chahar, and like you said, Josh Hazelwood as well. Deepak Chahar and Shardul Thakur have not been picked up in the World Cup squad. They are the reserves, as we know. So do you think that they too have a point to prove here, that we are good enough and we know how good they are? They don't need to, prove us that, but just mentally, just a fight within themselves that Deepak Chahar needs to make a point and statement that it was a wrong choice, guys.
See, yes, this tournament right before the World Cup is a fantastic platform for
Right,
all Indians to perform, or
right,
any cricketer for that matter. It's a long tournament, and 40 days from now, you don't know who's going to be injured, who's going to be in what state of mind, or
right.
what happens next. So performing is the key for every player. And coming to Deepak Chahar, he's known to swing the ball both ways, and
He
it's
is.
just the speed that is always brought him down. He clocks a maximum of 130, and given the slowness of this pitch and the tricks he's got up his sleeve, he'll be a handful, to play against
Absolutely.
any opposition. And
Absolutely.
coming to the other part of Chennai, when we talk about all the other players that they have, of when you talk about experience, there's Jadeja that you get a secure
Yeah.
quota of 4 overs. You saw Pollard bowling for Mumbai Indians. Those
Yeah.
cutters were a little difficult, and the outfield is also not that fast. So if you try to hit a shot in the gap, you need to be running very well.
Right.
That's exactly what Gaikwad did with the partnership with Jadeja when he stitched. So it's not going to be easy for anyone, but it's just about your mindset. And if you are to chase 156, I think if Mumbai are to win this, they'll do it by the 17th over or the 18th over maximum.
Wow. But we haven't spoken about the slowness of the pitch, or
Yeah,
the pitch may deteriorate as the game goes on. So
yeah.
what is your take on the pitch here? Do you think that, like you're backing your Chennai prediction, but just speaking of the pitch for a minute, do you think it's going
Mhm.
to be difficult if Mumbai Indians lose a couple of wickets in the middle, because Moeen Ali is going to be very crucial here. They've got three left-handed batsmen, to Mumbai Indians, and Moeen Ali has a good strike rate against left-handers in all formats, let alone T20. So do you think that that's going to be a challenge for the Mumbai Indian batsmen?
Early wickets is always going to be the key. Getting off to a good start is very, very essential for any team which is playing
Correct.
cricket. Now, when
Correct.
we talk about Chennai, we saw what happened with them at the start. They would want to replicate that for Mumbai Indians, and Mumbai Indians, as we know, bats very, very deep. But
Yeah.
the slowness of the pitch and the unevenness is a problem. And let's see what happens now. Yeah.
Okay, Paras. So one last thing. Who is the player to watch out for out of these two teams for you? If you had to just pick one as your, go-to man, like this is the man who's going to win me the game for either side. Your call, Paras. What do you think?
For Chennai today, I'd pick Ravindra Jadeja. His four overs are very, very crucial.
So Jaddu it is. Thank you so much, Paras, for joining with me. Live action coming up. I'll see you in the post-match show where we'll talk about more of cricket and how the game goes on. So live action coming up, guys. Thank you for joining in. This was